Hey, how's it going, everyone? Just wanted to show you my new setup I got going on. So, a couple things I've done here is I've updated this now to hopefully get some better audio quality on my voice, so my voice doesn't get so muddled into the mix. I think I'm still gonna have to play around with it a bit more, but to date on this channel, getting my voice mix over the music has been the most difficult thing yet. So maybe I'll go into how I'm planning on getting that fixed. So still got the Digitone here as kind of the brain unit of the situation. And the nice thing now is I don't have the phone wired into the mixer, so I'm not recording audio on the phone. I got a laptop set next to the computer, or pardon me, next to the mixer, running Reaper, which is bringing in the input from the mixer in mono and also my voice in two different lines. So after I shoot, I can mix them and hopefully edit that a bit better, so I can get better voice quality and music quality at the same time. And this is kind of a test to see how it turns out. So Digitone is still running the show, and supporting the Digitone, I'm still using the Volca sample as a drum machine. I got the Model D, the Behringer Model D, or the Boog, as I like to call it. This is just a really good analog, subtractive synth. And the TD3 is pretty fun. I haven't really used it too much yet, but it seems like making music kind of like on easy mode using this damn thing. It's you can throw random crap into it and twist in knobs, and it doesn't sound half bad. And then new to the mix. Down here I got the MicroKorg set up. I got this back in April, and I've been poking around with it, and the more I poke around with it, the more I like it. It's quite versatile, and as I dig into the manual and figure out how to get through its interface, it's quite powerful, all the different sounds you can pull out of it. And then of course there's the mixer, the Mackie Mix 12. I did a quick review on it. It's been pretty decent for what I've needed out of it so far. The biggest issue I've had of it was getting phantom power out of it to the mic. I find it gives horrible feedback 75% of the time I tried to use it. You can watch my review for it here. I'll throw a link or in the description and pop it up in the video there. New to the show, for my birthday a month ago, I got this finally in the mail from my parents. Thank you. It's the SSL 2 Plus, which I'll be playing around with a bit. It's an audio interface, so now instead of pushing everything to the mixer solely and then feeding the mixer into the phone and having both my voice and all the instruments going into the mixer and kind of doing a one-shot video record and trying to clean it up after the fact all on one track, now with the SSL2 is I can have the mixer go into one input as mono, the left input, and I have the headphones there. You can see right here are going into the right input, and then down there on the laptop I'm running Reaper, which I have bought the full license for now because I'm going to be using it on an ongoing basis. And Reaper is taking in the input from the left and the right as two different tracks, so after I shoot this I can line it up to the video and play with the music volume versus my voice volume and try to get it so you can understand what the heck I'm saying for most of the video. Anyways, this is just a cool little thing I put together on the keep on calling it the Digitone. I think it's actually supposed to be called the Digitone. I hate that name. I like the Digitone better, so I'm calling it the Digitone just because I don't like calling it the Digitone, but I guess I should. That's what they named it. So regardless, I like the instrument, so let's turn that off. One thing I got coming in the mail is a very nice effects pedal that I ordered. That's the only thing I felt was missing from this lineup. I got those cheap Chinese kind of pedals, and they're fine and they work okay. And you can line them up in a row and it works fine. But what I find is I'm lazy and I don't have a lot of room to work with here, right? Like I kind of got this, I think it's an IKEA table. I kind of stole it off of my wife. She had it upstairs and she's like, I got nowhere to put this. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll throw it down in my spider-ridden basement and hook it all up, and it services. It does fine, but it's not great for wire management. I kind of just set up now. This is as clean as it's gonna look, and that's a freaking rat's nest under there. But I'm not sure what to do with all the 1/4 inch stereo cables I got to run from all the gear into it, and the MIDI cables too. So I just hide that underneath, so up top looks somewhat okay for you, minus all the dust and dog hair from Millie here. But yeah, so it's going okay. But the thing with the pedals is it was a pain in the ass. One, there's not a lot of room on this table, and I don't have I'm kind of maxed out on my storage down here. I don't really have any place to store a big pedal board or hook it all, wire it all up. So with the pedals, I didn't actually end up using them that often because one, I'd have to wire them up, and then two, unhook everything. So I got an Empress ZIOA or ZIOA, I think is how you spell it. Probably slaughtering the pronunciation of that. But that's in the mail. I was hoping to have it tonight, but with the whole situation going on, it's going to take probably a couple of days to work through the mail. It's surprising it's coming as fast as it is. I'm not going to complain, but that's going to be my main effects, and I'll be playing around with that. With the SSL2, I already did some samples with the SSL2 to try to see, because I always wondered if you actually needed a proper audio interface, how much of a difference it makes recording into a computer versus just running a line in. So we're going to play around with that eventually too. But now that we got this all set up, let's just see what we can throw together. All right, we have everything wired up now. So why don't we start by just slamming something into the TD3 here. I'm just going to put something completely random into it here. So maybe I'll put my camera down where you can actually see kind of what I'm doing. At an awkward angle, we'll figure this out at some point. All right. So we're in this program slot number 5 here. What do we have right now? Let's put something new in there. Time mode. Something crazy like that, and we'll add some notes. Alright, sounds awful probably. Yeah, come on. Let's make it a little bit more interesting than that. Does that sound any better? Alright. We can work with that. Add some drums to that. Add some drums in on the mix here. The sample will be providing the drums. Let's stop that for now before it gets too annoying. Let's start with a very, very simple drum beat. So we'll use MIDI channel 1 for this guy. Pardon me, MIDI slot 1 and channel 11 I think is actually cool. So let's just start with a really stupidly simple beat. Cool. So can we add anything else to that? Sounds too much like Christmas. Alright, gets a little repetitive, but you can see how we can go. I got the TD3 there teamed up with the sample. Let's see if there's anything. I've made a couple of silly little patches on the Digitone. Let's go back to the Digitone here. Let's see what we got. Put the. Alright, we will go into sound 1 here, which I think is on mute, so let's unmute that. Record mode, that's fine. And that's just the base Digitone sound, so let's load in a sound. Yeah, I'm not going to work with this. Okay. I think that will work. Page so we can lay that down. Make the TD3 a little less obnoxious while we dial everything in. See if I can remember what I laid down there. Let's see if we can do it. Alright, get the page going on here. Expand the page length, yes please. Alright, no pressure. Alright, let's see if there's anything else in the Digitone we get out of there, because it's getting a little boring again. We need the ARP, I think, to help us out with this one. Oh, what am I doing here? Oh, crap. Alright, so what I did is I forgot I had live recording on, and I started picking away on this, so let's clean that up. Whoopsie, I do that all the time on this thing. Even my dog is getting disgusted in the other room there with that poor performance. All right, what do we do to the? So you can either scan through it, push the page to clean up all your blips and erase in this way, or if you make a big mess out of it like I just did, you can go in this menu in here, and where is it? Sorry, this menu here, and you can go clear. Yes, not the whole pattern. Just the sequencer data. Yes, please. And let's see. Oh, see, I cleared out the whole damn thing. Oh, how do I do an undo? Oh, crap. There is a way to undo. Should be very careful with my next steps here. I'm just going to take a little break and come back once I look up how to undo, because I don't want to lose all that. Alright, so I totally boned up. What I should have done is I should have pushed function clear, which would have cleared the sequence, but then if I did it again, it would undo, but because I did it through that menu, I completely nuked the entire sequence. Not impossible to fix, so let's just fix it quick. We shouldn't take us. I didn't have anything too super complicated going on there, so I think that was like 63. So I didn't even throw in the model of the year of the MicroKorg down here. So that's the new setup. Having fun with it. Looking forward to getting my effects pedal in the mail to add to this, but I'm feeling pretty happy. You know, I had the Volcas mostly hooked up to this before, the FM, and nothing wrong with the FM, but actually I'm finding with the Digitone, with the FM, I never really got into building patches for it, and I'm having a lot of fun these days actually making my own sound on these machines. And this box really is FM for dummies. You can just dial knobs randomly, and it's not hard to. You get to know it a little bit, but the actual sound design on it, which is done through here, you know, I'll play around with the algorithms. I'll make a wave. It makes it so easy, and then you just play with the ratios. And I'm actually reading a book on FM synthesis, but you don't need to do that. You do need to do that if you want to dial in exactly what you're looking for. But if you're a noob like me and you just want to twist some dials and get kind of an idea of what you're doing here, I'm finding it a lot easier to do it on this versus something like Dext, which I haven't, to be honest, played around with too much. I've really just grabbed those DX7 patches and played around with other people's work, which FM's fine, but you know, I get enough voices on this guy here. I don't really find I need that Volca FM in this current setup. And with the keys, I like the Volca keys a lot, but I can only have 4 instruments tied into it, so I kind of thrown in the TD3 for now to replace the keys. I might go back to the keys at some point if I get sick of the TD3, but it's so easy to just throw some random crap in the TD3 and twist some knobs and have it sound halfway decent. It's a bit of my crutch right now. And then, yeah, the MicroKorg. I've been wanting to play around with it some more. It's got some powerful synthesis engine in it and lots of different options. It's a digital one, but it doesn't sound... It sounds fine to me, and it's good for playing around with a whole bunch of different synthesis options on it. Doesn't sound very good, but whatever. Yeah, so that's about it. Yeah, and the MicroKorg 2, which I've added to the lineup. What I like about the MicroKorg is it has a whole bunch of different ways to craft up patches on it, a lot of different ways to build sounds, and yeah, I've been want to explore into that some more, you know. And so yeah, well, that's what I'll be using moving forward here for the time being, and yeah, and hopefully we'll get a bit better sound quality now that I'm getting using the audio interface, and I'm splitting the synths from the voice as well. We'll play around with it, and we'll see how it goes. So thanks for tuning in and sticking around, and I'll see you next time.